The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is the best trilogy in superhero movie history.
I think a lot of us want to agree with that statement, but unfortunately, I mean, the first two are amazing, and I don't even hate on the third one as much as others do.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Disagree.
Bang.
Fuck y'all.
They both agree. Interesting.
Over Captain America?
That's the only one that's close?
Not the only one, but I agree that it's close. I love the first movie, and the following two movies are certified MCU classics. It's a rare case where, in my opinion, the quality of the trilogy goes up with each sequel.
Andrew, you like Winter Soldier and Civil War, and you love Cap 1, and you are a hater of Spider-Man 3.
Valid point.
Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 are
Spider-Man
pretty
1
goated
and
then.
Spider-Man 2.
Also very valid. Despite the third one's issues, the first two really do elevate this trilogy above most others.
Civil War barely counts anyways. It's a mini Avengers movie.
Thank you.
Civil War barely counts anyways. It's a mini Avengers movie. Why does that disqualify it from counting? With the amount of characters stuffed in this movie, it was still Steve's story, with fleshed out arcs for Tony and T'Challa as well. That's a balancing of characters and story that Spider-Man 3 wished it could have achieved.
Okay, look, this is
can't
tough.
believe
I
this.
get it's a coin toss. It's a coin toss. I do like First Avenger. I think it's great.
I honestly think the first Avenger definitely deserves more love than it gets.
And Spider-Man 3 does have a lot of problems.
Bully Maguire memes make me forget those problems.
But like, I just remember watching Spider-Man, all of the Raimi movies when they came out in theaters this past
So good.
summer, and it was just, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I watched the first two in theaters as a wee child when they came out. How do you think I felt? I practically shat myself numerous times.
But I'm taking multiple trilogies over this.
Definitely Nolan's Batman trilogy, definitely not the MCU Spider-Man movies, and that looks like Logan, so I'm assuming that's referencing these movies, which... No.
I'm taking the Cap trilogy over it.
Arguable.
I'm probably...
Aye, my bad.
I'm just,
It's close. The other one is The Dark Knight that I
I'm
thought.
taking the Dark Knight trilogy over the
Sure,
Raimi
absolutely
trilogy.
not.
Not absolutely. I'll be generous enough to say arguably not. I would take Batman Begins over the first Spider-Man. I love both. They're part of my holy trinity of superhero origin movies that includes Iron Man. Spider-Man 2 is legendary, but I'm definitely taking The Dark Knight over it. And while I don't hate Spider-Man 3, I'd still take The Dark Knight Rises over it. Among the other things I like about it, I gotta say Tom Hardy's Bane is super underrated in my opinion.
I'm taking the Avengers trilogy over them.
I don't count that as a trilogy.
You don't count Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Infinity War?
No.
I don't know. I love Infinity War to death, and it definitely does most of the heavy lifting in this trilogy for me. As of now, I'd still take Raimi's Spider-Man, Nolan's Batman, and even the Captain America movies over the Avengers trilogy.
So are the Raimi movies.
The Raimi movies
Okay.
have sauce.
Yeah, they're sauce.
They are quite saucy indeed.
Dark Knight Rises is
Spider-Man 3 is
sauceless.
good.
You don't know your sauces then.
No, Dark Knight Rises is clearly better than Spider-Man 3. Get the
No.
fuck out of here.
No way in hell. Spider-Man 3 over The Dark Knight Rises? I know they're both the weakest entries in their trilogies, and I'm glad to see fans warming up to Spider-Man 3 as the years pass by. But for me, it's an easy pick for The Dark Knight Rises. But to be fair, I can stomach Jazzy Maguire much easier than whatever the hell this was.
My
But-
issue with the Dark Knight franchise is that it's Christopher Nolan going way too real with a medium
doesn't
that
matter.
shouldn't
It's
be
so
that
good.
realistic.
It's
It is
so
good though.
I've heard this argument a few times, like the movies are too grounded and realistic looking. I personally don't understand how it decreases the quality of the movies themselves. If aesthetics and visual tone are super important to you, then I get it. But the crazy thing is that I remember when The Dark Knight came out, and I remember that its realistic look received praise, and that it was kind of refreshing at the time. Up until 2008, with the exception of Unbreakable, most, if not all, high-profile superhero movies had a tone and aesthetic where you look at it and you know it's a superhero movie without the characters even needing to suit up. As a kid, I remember thinking that, aside from the scenes that had Batman, Joker, and or Two-Face, this movie looked and felt like a grounded, mature crime drama thriller. Like it did not have the aesthetic of your typical comic book movie at the time. Like, if I was simple and basic, I would have said something like,
The Dark Knight is just reskinned Heat.
because I wouldn't be completely wrong. Even Nolan himself cites Heat's influence on this movie, and anyone can see it. It is an action thriller with cops and criminals that also happens to have Batman, Joker, Two-Face, and other DC characters. And I love that. Growing up being used to the over-the-top tones of Raimi's Spider-Man movies, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, Superman Returns, and the Schumacher Batman movies, I found this choice of aesthetic to be an innovative breath of fresh air, and I wasn't alone in thinking that at that time.
But it's good.
It's so good.